How y'all guys? This is Joey. Now, I'm hoping I'm getting some new viewers with this video because this is my first entry into covering the Indian Premier League. So I'm just going to give my basic thoughts on it. Now, I can't offer the insight that a lot of people are, that a lot of people are able to do because they've watched the IPL since its beginnings and they know everything about the league. But what I can do is give you an American perspective and constantly base it off of my experiences growing up in the United States, watching baseball heavily. I've loved baseball growing up. And so there are a lot of similarities between the games, but I've watched hockey, American football, basketball. I'm also a fan of rugby, and cricket's my love right now. Cricket's my baby boy. I love cricket. So let me give you my thoughts. Now, my favorite team, the team I'm going to be rooting for, is Lucknow Super Giants because they're not just giants; they're super giants. Okay, so you take a regular giant and you make it super. Okay. So try to keep up with that. No, but seriously, I'm studying Hindi, so I figured Lucknow would be a good place. And then I like luck. I need some luck right now. I need some luck now. So Lucknow seemed the obvious choice. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm like scratching myself. Anyway, from what I understand with the season, there are 74 matches total. And the season goes from 22nd of March to the 26th of May. So that's like 2 months. So right off, the season seemed really, really, really short compared to American baseball, where you're used to seeing at least 6 months of everyday games, just boom, 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 boom. And I was talking about this before. That's kind of why I really started to adore Test cricket, because Test cricket actually, in a weird way, reminds me the most of baseball. Because with baseball, you're used to watching the games every single day. Sometimes there are double headers in baseball, a lot of times. So you're used to listening, putting on the radio, in my experience, putting on the radio and listening to the game. It's part of your life as you're moving around. You're like, oh, situations and things like that. And I was able to do that with cricket, and it was very enjoyable. So that's my one disappointment with T20 is that it's so short, and the fact that I can't do it every day, like with my team. Like, so I could watch different games every day, and maybe there's more of a big match feel to some of the games because there are not as many of them. But I do kind of feel bad that I can't watch my team every single day during this period. So, from what I understand, the schedule is like a round robin. So, there's like two divisions of 5 teams each, and each team plays twice against all 5 teams in the other group and once against all 4 teams in the other group. And again, this just doesn't seem enough. Like, it should just be there's only 10 teams. Like, it's not that many teams in the whole league. And India is a huge country. So you can easily play like 18 games total, just 18 games. But I think they're like making it, so there's 4 games, eight, and then also it just doesn't seem like that many games. So that's a little disappointing in my opinion. I have no issue with the qualifiers. The only thing, well, I do. The only thing that's weird to me for the playoffs is that there's only one game. It's a 1 game playoff. Like, why wouldn't you play a series of 3 games, a series of 5 games, or a series of 7 games? For example, watching baseball growing up, the series were always like the initial series was a 5 game series. And I always thought that was like really short. Like, it kind of made me mad. There's only 5 games in the series. And then the semifinals and the finals are 7 game series. And I love that because you can't really determine the winner in 1 game. It's usually a battle back and forth, back and forth. And like, what if there's a rain delay in the game? Or like, what if something and you're going to shorten it to like 15 overs? I really don't like that. So I think that I know, I can't expect them to just change everything to make it for American taste, but that's something that's going to be really hard for me to give up is just watching 1 game and that's it, like let there be a series, let there be like a battle back and forth between the teams. So that's kind of disappointing too. So there is a rule that bowlers can do 2 bouncers per over, and I love bouncers. I know that there's some issues with it being dangerous, but I love that kind of like aggressive play from bowlers because I'm a pitcher myself in baseball. I love the brush back. I love just being really aggressive against the batters. So the fact that you can do two and there was, one more than before, I think is a great rule change. Another thing that was confusing to me is that only part of the schedule has been released due to the elections, the Lok Sabha election. I don't understand that. I don't know why only part of the schedule would be released. Again, in the United States of America, you have the whole schedule because you might buy season tickets, like you might want to plan in advance. So it just seems weird that you can't plan in advance and know exactly when the games are going to be. Just weird to me. Now, in the United States, it's different. I know you have like Star Sports and Geo Cinema in India. In the United States, we have Willow TV. It's a like online platform. People ask me, can you watch it on like regular TV? But the thing is, I never watch regular TV anymore because regular TV is garbage. I haven't watched regular TV like since I was in my teenage years. I just never really liked regular TV and it just bored me. So everything is internet based here. Most families, I would say, watch things that are internet based. So for me, it's not any problem watching it on Willow TV or, downloading the games in some other format, that I won't get into. But I could find the games. But if you ask other Americans, like how they find the games, getting Willow TV is going to be a challenge because sometimes it's not just like getting Willow TV. You have to sign up for a subscription through a cable company, and it's complicated. So yeah, we'll have to see about that. Another thing that I saw that was weird is like it says hosting like it's a World Cup, like the tournament would take place in India. I mean, of course it's going to take place in India. It's the Indian Premier League. Like it's going to take place. Like what's the point of having like Delhi Capitals, Gujarat Titans, Chennai Super Kings if you're not going to play in that actual city? That's ridiculous. Like, of course you're going to play it in the cities where they're located in. Like, and that's one thing that I can't stand about the Major League Cricket right now is like we have the Washington Freedom, and they've never played a game in Washington. It just seems really stupid to me. I shouldn't use stupid. I should use a different word. Just silly. I don't like it. So looking at my team, the Lucknow Super Giants, I'm kind of excited about the team, although I don't know very much about them. And partially why I wanted to pick the team is because they're a new team and they probably need new supporters. So, I mean, new and new combined, it just seemed like a really good match. My thing is, I don't know anything about KL Rahul. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of the Indian players, but I don't know anything about him. And a lot of the current squad I'm very unfamiliar with. And I actually do know quite a good amount of cricketers. I know Quinton de Kock, great player, Nicholas Puran. I was also really excited to see that Shamar Joseph would be joining the team. He's from South America, which is really cool that you have a cricketer from South America, because I've spent time in South America and Colombia. So Marcus Stoinis, Australian. So yeah, and I don't know much of this team. David Willey. I've watched some of the English Test matches. I've never seen his name come up. So this team is brand new to me, and so that might be difficult in watching this side's play. But I'm totally dedicated to this and excited to see what turns out with this team. Now looking at the Ikana Cricket Stadium for Lucknow, it's pretty cool. I mean, what I really love about Indian Premier League is that you do have a lot of the bigness that you see in the United States of America. I mean, sometimes I watch sports from other countries and it's a professional sport, but it seems so much smaller than what we have in America. But that's absolutely not the case with the Indian Premier League. I mean, this cricket stadium is 50,000 people. It's huge. So, I mean, that's really cool. So, I mean, the amount of opportunity that you guys could have with cricket in India is just phenomenal. And I'll just say one other thing is that's kind of weird to me is that you have like match 1, match 2, match 3, but it's for all of the games in the entire season. And again, that's weird to me because we have that, but it's for the specific team. And if you watch baseball, we play 162 games in the regular season. So, I mean, just an individual team plays that many games. So, I mean, the fact that there's only 21 games just makes it seem small and a little bit unimportant to me. But I mean, I'm not saying this season's unimportant. I'm super excited about it, but I just feel like there should be more. I just want more. And that's another reason why I'm so excited for this tournament, and compared to other T20 competitions, is I just want one or two major competitions that I could watch that feel really important, that feels like they matter. And I don't really get that watching the S820. I don't really get that watching the Vitality Blast. I get that a little bit with the Big Bash League and maybe Major League Cricket because it's in my country. But the tournament that feels the most important, that is like must watch, is the Indian Premier League. So I'm really excited to start watching these games and just paying attention to it the entire season. So yeah, that's great. So those are my basic thoughts for the start of the IPL season. Leave a comment. Like, I want to know what your questions are for me, what you would like me to cover on this, because I'm still trying to figure it out. But we absolutely will be covering the IPL. I mean, it's too important of a competition to ignore. And I'm just really excited for this. So let me know what you think, your opinions. And I know this isn't much of a video, but sometimes these videos are like the most watched. I'll put a ton of effort into another video and nobody watches it. So I just figured I'd do this. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, do all that great things. And I'll see you in the next video when we talk about IPL. Peace.